I need to be recording. Okay, should be recording. So, okay.
Okay, so for the no argument, I have 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, 13, 16, and 18. You guys you can correct me if I have it wrong.
Yeah. So out of those, the ones that you said that were no argument, because the numbers that I said I thought were arguments, so I only have 3 of those wrong. So I have that I thought were arguments were 2, 4, and 16. So I think that's the only thing that I have different compared to you. I have the ones that I have that are arguments are 3, 8, 11, 12, 14, 17, and I guess 18.
Okay, so what I have is 3, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 17.
Yeah, let me write this down.
I mean, we could still go over it. We could go over one like we did last time. So we went over each problem and then we...
So you want to go one by one?
Yeah, I think that'd be the best.
Okay,
so because I know some people are like, oh, I got yes, I got no, and then you explain why, and then sometimes like you hear somebody else's reasoning, you're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's how we did it last time.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that. Just go one by one.
Yeah, okay, so I'll read the first one. It says, more than 250 CSUN clubs and organizations set up booths on the Oviatt lawn for the first day of the Meet the Clubs event.
So that one is more like an information. It's not really.
Yeah, I think that's a non-argument.
Yeah, that's just, they give an information of a flyer, kind of like a flyer.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Yeah, they just.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
Yeah. And then the second one, I think I put argument. No, non-argument. I put non-argument for the second.
Yeah.
Time for shopping.
Yeah.
At first I thought it was an argument, but because of reading it over, like there's no like information to back it up, right? So.
No, it's just like.
Yeah, it's just a statement.
Yeah.
And fall is time for shopping. Number 3, I have argument.
I put argument as well.
Yeah, because it said for Black folk, teaching education was fundamentally political because it was rooted in the and because it had that introducer there because. So I'm thinking that had to be an argument there.
Yeah.
They are fundamentally whatever political and all that stuff. I think that was an argument.
Yeah, I agree. When I saw because, I think it really helped me like understood that it was an argument.
Okay, and then for 4, I have no argument. Let's see. Yeah, 4 is no argument. No argument for 4. Yeah, his smile was like sunshine, but Mandela was made of steel. I guess there's no argument there.
Yeah, it's kind of like a simile. It's like a comparison, basically. So
yeah.
It's not really like anything in depth of trying to argue.
Can't you argue if it was like, because when it says made of steel, like I'm guessing it's like his bravery or whatnot. Like, can't you argue on that, or is it just no argument?
I didn't put argument on that one.
Because the argument that he wants, it has to like make sense. Like
I see. Okay.
How the homework was last week. So it's like, for example, I think he gave the example of like an owl in the book. It was like Henry is an owl. All owls are birds, therefore Henry must be a bird. It's like it has to like step by step like make some sort of sense. And in this case, it's kind of like his smile is like sunshine, but Nelson Mandela was made out of steel. Like that kind of was like, okay. Like I said, it was
kind of like no steps towards like the argument, right?
Yeah, there's no steps. It's just a statement.
Yeah.
Right.
5, I have no argument as well.
Yeah, I thought 5 was not an argument as well.
Yeah.
There have only been 16 mountain lion attacks on the people in California since 1860. 6 of those fatal.
That's just a statement.
Yeah.
No argument. I guess there's no.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's an argument.
Okay, so 6 I have.
6 I have as a non-argument. Oh, you have it as an argument?
Yes. I
Mhm.
have. What do I have there? Yeah, that one looked like an argument to me because it has the since has that since introducer there too.
Mhm.
That's why I picked it based on that. With his brother Joseph, running a restaurant was in their blood since their father had owned grocery deli. His daughter, with his daughter.
Mhm.
That sounded. I might be wrong, but I put it as an argument. What do
I
you guys?
don't know, but when I first saw 6, I originally thought non-argument, but I think I was having a hard time just because I feel like it was comparing, or like it could sound like an argument, because like you can argue about like how like it doesn't really matter if their father owned a restaurant, I guess you can say.
That's question mark. Let's put a question mark on that one and see what the others have.
Yeah, we could come back to that one.
Yeah, we can come back to that one. Okay, 7. 7 I have as argument.
Yeah, I could see it as an argument.
They'd leave the union. That was an argument, definitely, because they said if it was, they'd leave the union. Said that if our friend here was elected president, they'll leave the union. And he was.
And he was elected.
Yeah, I agree.
So that one was an argument to me.
Yeah.
Okay, 8 was non-argument. If you're not working hard, you won't be in the position to take advantage of luck when it comes to your way. Oh, well, that one actually, now that I'm reading over it, could be an argument. If you're not working.
Yeah, well, for my first thing, I put 8 as an argument originally,
Okay.
but I'm not sure how you guys feel about that, or if you guys agree or disagree.
If you're not working hard, you won't be in a position to take advantage of luck when it comes to your way. Ugh, that's a question mark on that one too. Now, I know. Medical lessons can cause disease. They are self-repeating. Okay. So let's move on to that one and we'll go back. 9
Okay.
is not an argument, for sure, because that one is just says that medical experts say fentanyl can cause breathing problems in measures. So that's just
Yeah, that's not an argument. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that's
I agree.
So that's a non-argument.
Mhm.
For 10, I have argument. Voted, consider a number of actions to help truck drivers who work at the Port of Los Angeles. They believe have been misclassified as independent contractors. As a result, have lost wages. That one I have as argument. But now that I read it, it's like, wait a minute. I don't know why I thought it was a, did I have it as argument? Yeah, I have it as argument. What do you guys think?
Originally, I put it as a non-argument, just because I felt like it was not really arguing anything.
Worked at Port of Los Angeles, and they believe have been misclassified as independent. You know what? That one, and as a result, they lost wages.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, they lost wages. can it be rewritten and you can say as a result or because
Mhm.
of that, because of whatever they did, they lost wages. Can we say that?
They believe they have misclassified as independent contractors. Oh, and because of this,
Yeah,
right?
they lost wages.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, what do you guys think? I don't know. That one is, I have it as argument. I don't know what else think. I did this long time ago, so now I'm going back to them and it's like, yeah.
Well, maybe we could probably put a question mark around that one as well, and then we could go
Okay,
off of
question
like
mark
what we
on that one
have,
too. Yeah, put a
and
question
then
mark on that
because we
one.
know that for sure we have to have 9 and 9, which helps a lot.
Yeah, we have to have 9 and 9.
Yeah, so I think that would help a lot. Just to
So 10 is a question mark. 8 was a question mark too, right? Yeah.
8, and I think there was one more.
6.
6.
6. Okay, so we have 10, 8, and 6 as question marks. Okay. 11 I have 11 I have this argument. As the child of a black woman and a white woman.
I have 11 as an argument as well.
As an argument? Okay, so
Yeah.
that's okay. So we have an argument on that one. Let's move on. 12 I have it as argument as well.
I put 12 in as an argument too.
4 o'clock in the morning. At 4 o'clock in the morning, nothing in the world can make me laugh. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. At 4 o'clock in the morning, nothing. Okay. That one I have it as an argument.
Yeah, I put that as that 12 as an argument too.
Okay, and then 13.
13 I put as a non-argument.
Yeah, I have it as a non-argument as well. 13 is non-argument.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 14.
14 I put as an argument.
Yeah, 14 I have it as an argument as well. Found in the Southwestern are protected because they spend. Okay, so that one is an argument as well. 15 I have it as argument.
15 I had a little bit of trouble with.
Part-time workers can take care of argument. I did the laundry and made our, which were very limited. There's it's too much information in 15. That's why.
Yeah.
So the cookies often sometimes when behind the counter and shaking the head and murmuring friendly whisper. Most likely she could tell it was our dinner. We would add takeout coffee and carton with. We hadn't much money, but we were happy. That one I have it as argument.
I'm having a hard time like what they're they're trying to like argue about or persuade. Is it that like money can't buy happiness type of thing, or
Okay, that one I have to go back to because now I don't know if 15. Okay, let's put a question mark on the 15 too.
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. So far, 4 of them are question marks. That's confusing. You know what? Because Juliana went to office hours and she had most of these like that. So I'm assuming when she went with the teacher, she probably, let me see if I can open my email. This is how she had it. And she went to office hours with the teacher.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if maybe she did them this way. Yeah, she has it as a 15 as an argument too.
15 as an argument?
Yeah, she has it as an argument.
I'm gonna go with, I'm down to go with argument. I'm not really like, I'm not arguing with you. I just like want to understand why.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm trying to understand too.
Like, I'm not trying to say like it's not an argument. I just want to like understand why it's an argument.
I know. That's why I'm like, oh, let me put that on question mark because I don't know.
Yeah. Because I could see how like, I don't know.
Well, she has most likely she could tell it was our dinner, and then we would, and then she had at the beginning we hadn't much money, but we were happy.
I think that's the conclusion because then he explains, or she, I don't know who it is. They start talking about Robert worked part-time and took care of the apartment. I did laundry. So basically, if they're showing that they struggled, like there was a two-person income, right?
Yeah.
And still struggled with money. They still struggled, and
But they argued that they could still be happy even though they don't have a lot of money.
yeah. So
Okay.
I kind of see it now. I mean, it's kind of confusing. You usually see the conclusion maybe at the ends or maybe kind of towards the middle, but close to this time it's like right in the front. Like we don't have much money, but we're still happy. I think that's
probably what the teachers.
Okay, so I could go with 15 being an argument.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
Argument. And then 17 I have it as
16, right?
16. Okay.
Yeah, 16 I has as a non-argument.
Yeah, 16 I have it as a non-argument as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, 16 it is a non-argument. And then 17 I have it as argument.
I have 17 as an argument too.
Okay, so we got that down. And then 18 was non-argument. These are soldiers. Let's try to.
Yeah, I had 18 as a non-argument. Wait, did you say argument?
Non-argument.
Oh yeah, I have it as a non-argument.
Oh, okay, so then we are back to 10, 8, and 6.
Yes. Well, how many arguments do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're supposed to be 9. According to his instructions, we're supposed to have 9 arguments.
So then out of those 3, we just need 2 of them to be arguments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and 1 non-argument.
1 non-argument left.
Yeah, and 1 non-argument. Yeah, it says that it's 9.
So do you guys just want to go off of 6 first?
Okay, let's go back to 6. Yeah, because we are going in order. Let's go back to 6 then. It says, with his brother Joseph, opened Casa Bianca 1959, a corner storefront on Boulevard. Running a restaurant was in their blood, since their father had owned a grocery deli, his daughter said.
I think I'm leaning towards an argument for 6. More after reading it more.
This is an argument one.
Yeah, I think it's an argument. But the reason I think it's an argument is because it says the statement would be like running a restaurant is in their blood, probably a conclusion. And because of that, they opened the restaurant in 1955.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I agree.
Okay, we got done with that one. Okay, an argument.
Perfect.
Perfect. That was an argument. Now I'm comfortable in putting 6 because when I originally did this, I had different answers. But then Juliana went to the teacher's office hours and then she gave me these and I was like, wait a minute, why did she put it? And then I was like, okay, let me just put it the way they are.
Yeah. I think reading it over and then like it really helps just.
Yeah, when you read it over, then you understand it more. So
yeah, exactly.
Get what he wants to say. Okay, let's go to 8. 8 was 8. Oh, let me see what I have for 8. 8, I have it as a non-argument.
Yeah, well, because I'm looking at 8 and 10, and I know that we only have those 2 left. Yeah. And looking between the 2, I could see 10 as more of an argument. So I would assume 10's an argument and 8's not a non-argument.
Yeah.
And 8 I have. Yeah, 8 I have as non-argument and 10 is an argument.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8. So we have 9 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have as an argument, you have 3, 6, 7, 11, 12. Wait.
10, 11, 12.
10, 11, 12, 14, and 15, right? And 17.
Yeah, and 17.
Perfect.
And then non is the rest.
And I read the instruction. And how does he want us to format it? Does he just want us to put it under the
He wants it all the way at the bottom. So he wants on one side of the page, we have argument. And if you tap
Okay.
it over, you go to the far right and you put no argument. And then you list the
numbers.
numbers. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I didn't. Yeah, because I read it over and I was like, oh, I don't know if he just wants it under it. So he wants us to make like a T chart basically at the end of the page.
Yeah, like a T. Yeah.
Okay.
Have it. Yeah.
But we don't have to put it under, like under the actual questions.
No, he wants it at the end.
Like a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I have it as a at the end, and I just list them one next to another, not one
Under another.
Under another. I just have
Okay.
each other with with the commas in between them. I don't know. I guess whatever, doesn't really matter how, as long as you list them, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And okay, let's go back to 1 and 6. The first part of it. The first
Yeah.
part.
So I personally was having a really hard time with these. So
Okay, so this one is.
I'm not sure how much help I'll be on these ones.
Okay, so let's see what we have. What I have for first, I have the first sentence is, well, first of all, you have to put lines in between them.
Yeah, between all.
Yes.
You have to have a unsupported premise, a sub-conclusion, and a conclusion, right?
Yes.
And some of the sentences had 2 sub-conclusions, 2 unsupported premises, and 1 conclusion.
Yeah.
I guess because we go based on his model on the in our books, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah. Examples. Yeah.
Okay, so for the first one, I have the holiday season is now upon us. That was my unsupported premise. And then the sub-conclusion, I have the traffic around LA is sure to knock the holiday spirit out of anyone. And then as a conclusion, you should give Metro a try.
Yeah, so all I did was just I highlighted each one that I thought it was. I didn't really put it under a certain category, but I did also I highlighted why not give Metro a try, and I also did the holiday season and like traffic around this city.
Yeah, so for me, the holiday season, I think it was an unsupported premise. I don't know, what do you guys think?
I think that's right. Because for mine, I just put like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
just
1, 2, 3, and make sure you include the lines between them because
Yeah.
them. And then
Like,
also,
so one would be the holiday season is now upon us.
yeah, that was the premise, the unsupported premise. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I have the traffic around the traffic around LA City is sure to knock the holiday spirit out of anyone. That was the sub conclusion.
Yes.
And then the main conclusion was you should give Metro a try.
Do you put like unsupported premise, sub-conclusion, or you just put 1, 2, 3?
No, I just put 1, 2, 3 because even on the homework, like in the book, they're listed like that. It doesn't say next to them unsupported premise. I guess the 1, 2, 3 numbers kind of suffice for that.
Yeah. So 1 is unsupported premise, and then 2 is the sub conclusion, and 3 is just the conclusion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And second. Okay, let's move on to the second one.
Well, for 3, we're supposed to put it as a statement, right? So just put give Metro a try.
Yeah.
That's what I put. I put give Metro a try.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't have to be like a specific thing, is what we realized the last meeting. As long as you have like the gist, like the understanding of you have or you have like give it a try, like as long as you put it in your own words and you have the key terms, he'll give you credit.
Okay, yeah, because I just remember reading that we're not allowed to put it as like a question.
Yeah.
Like it has to be put as a statement, right?
Yeah, it has to be put as a statement. So I put you should give Metro a try, or you can say, give Metro a try, whatever he has there.
Okay.
And then,
what was the sub-conclusion?
The traffic around LA City is sure to knock the holiday spirit out of anyone. I literally copied the sentence.
Mhm.
Traffic around this great city. I didn't put this great city. I was just like this.
Yeah.
It's sure to knock out this holiday spirit out of anyone, which was right out of the, the statement. And then for number two was easy, I think. Number two, I have Landers consider Bill Monroe as the father of bluegrass music, right? And then you say, and then I put as a sub-conclusion, he invented it, or you can say he invented the bluegrass music.
Can I also write it is assumed that Bill Monroe invented it?
It is assumed that kind of makes you question when you put is
Assume.
Right.
Yeah.
Like clear, like you for sure 100% know he invented it.
Yeah.
I
So
could
you
say-
put, yeah.
What?
So you can put either he invented it, or you can put he invented the blue. Just continue the sentence, just so you know.
Yeah, because that's your sub-conclusion. You're assuming by your sub-conclusion that that's what he did. He invented it. I think
Yeah.
that's the point of a sub-conclusion.
Is it okay if we do like Bill Monroe invented the bluegrass music, or it has to be
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
No, you can put Bill Monroe invented it.
Thanks.
You can put that. He invented it. Let me see what Juliana had. She had it as he invented it. But yes, you can put Bill Monroe invented it, I guess.
So one would be like Bill Monroe, the father of bluegrass music, and then two would be Bill Monroe invented it.
Yeah. And then for the main conclusion, I have Bill Monroe does correct bluegrass music.
Mm-hmm.
Because as such, it is assumed that Bill Monroe invented it. So what he does is correct bluegrass.
Yeah.
So you have that as such there, which is that's like a premise a conclusion introducer, I believe. I don't know. I don't have the chart with me. That's what I have for second. What do you guys have?
For which one? For number three?
No, are we done to number two?
Oh yeah, I agree with your number two as one being Bill Monroe, the father of bluegrass music.
Oh, okay.
And then two being Bill Monroe invented it, and then three being the final conclusion that the way that Bill does it is correct bluegrass music.
Okay. Let's see. Number three. Let me go back to mine. Oops. Hold on. I'm having such a hard time go through this. Oh, wait.
For number two, we don't have to put Landers considers Bill Monroe, right? We just put Bill Monroe is the father of bluegrass music.
Yeah. The second one you said Bill Monroe is the father of bluegrass.
Bluegrass music.
Oh, so we should not put Landers. I put Landers consider.
I honestly think it's fine either way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. For three, what do you guys have for three?
For one, is it they are not particularly good role models?
Yeah, I have some FBI agents are not particularly good role model. That's one. That's the unsupported premise.
Mm-hmm. Do I have to put FBI agents, or can I write they are not? I don't know, like if you wanted to specifically say FBI.
Well, just put it just in case.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I think it would probably be better if you put FBI agents.
Because they're talking about the agents, the FBI agents, because they could say something else. They could say CIA agents.
Right.
Yeah, but he specifically says the FBI agents. And then for the sub-conclusion, I have squad supervisors don't select certain agents to be training agents.
Mm-hmm.
And then the conclusion was not all FBI agents serve as training agents.
For the sub-conclusion, I put squad supervisors don't select certain agents to be trained. Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for the main conclusion is not all FBI agents serve as training agents.
Yeah. Not all FBI agents serve as training agents. I have the same thing.
But should we put those brackets? Because I know he said not to put like quotation marks.
You know, no, because the previous homework to this one, number 3, I think that he had like some of the sentences with brackets. I didn't. I just left them as they are.
With brackets?
Yeah, some of the sentences from the previous homework, they had brackets on some of the sentences. I didn't put them. He didn't say anything. So I don't know. I don't think he cares about this. He just cares about the fact that we have to match the conclusion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So number 1 is the FBI agents are not particularly good role models.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have. Yeah.
I put some agents aren't particularly good role models.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine.
All right, so 4.
Okay, fourth was the easiest one, let me tell you. I had 2 unsupported premises because I went based on his example. One of the examples in the book was exactly like this one, but it was different sentences. So I have 1 and 2 as the unsupported premises. So I have emptiness is loneliness, loneliness is cleanliness. And then I have the line. And then I have number 3, I have emptiness is cleanliness. Number 4, I have cleanliness is godliness. So then conclusion is emptiness is godliness.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, me too.
2 and 2. 2 and 2 and then 1 conclusion.
Yep. Yeah.
So you
That's
guys
what I
have, okay, so this was correct. This was easy, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, so the first, so 1 and 2 is emptiness is loneliness, and then loneliness is cleanliness.
Yes.
Line.
Uh-huh.
And then what was after that?
Emptiness is cleanliness, and cleanliness is godliness.
Okay, so, and then there's the conclusion.
And then conclusion, emptiness is godliness. That's based on that, you know, those models with the if A is B is B is C.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went by,
okay.
yeah, I went exactly by that model. And
Okay.
Then, and then,
Yeah.
okay.
5, I was super confused.
Okay, 5, I have, okay, 5, we had to arrange it a little bit. What I have is today Indonesia's rainforest is falling victims to logging, mining, and the cultivation of rice, tea, coffee, and palm oil. That was my unsupported premise. And then the sub-conclusions, I have 2. I have rainforests are rapidly dwindling. And then I have the rainforest is natural habitat for orangutans. But now that I'm looking at it, I should put the rainforest as natural habitat for orangutans as the unsupported premise.
Yeah.
I think that's an unsupported premise.
Wait. So what's number 1?
Today's Indonesia rainforest is falling victims to logging, mining, cultivation of rice, tea, coffee, and palm oil. That's what I have.
I would even say that probably the one about rainforest being the natural habitat of orangutans is probably number 1 in terms of unsupported premises. and then the logging one is number 2 probably, just because it comes first.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I put number 3 as a sub-conclusion. The rainforest is natural habitat for orangutans. I think it's wrong, so I should put that as number 2 as a unsupported premise.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused on this one on the order of it.
I know.
Yeah, this one's tricky.
That got me confused now too. I think the natural habit for orangutans should be the unsupported premise.
Yeah.
So for number 1, it's deprived of their natural habitat. Orangutans are now an endangered species.
I think that would be probably the main conclusion, right?
Oh, is
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
What I have as a main conclusion is orangutans are now an endangered species.
Yeah, and one of the sub-conclusions is it's because they're deprived of their natural habitat.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I have.
That's confusing.
Wait, explain number 5 again. I'm having a hard time.
Oh my God, this is so confusing. Now I'm looking at my homework. It's like, what do we do? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go to. So. Okay. Yeah, I think as an unsupported premise to be with the in today's rainforest, falling victims to logging, mining, whatever, and then the rainforest is natural habitat for orangutans, right? Or
I
no?
think. Because for my
Yeah.
number 1, all I had was Indonesia's climate is tropical.
That's for unsupported premise?
Yeah, that's what I got, but I don't know if it's right.
Oh.
Wait, what's the first sub-conclusion? Or I guess the only sub-conclusion?
Isn't there?
Okay.
Wouldn't it be orangutans are deprived of their natural habitat?
Yeah.
And then because of that, they're now endangered species. So for number 5, we have 2 unsupported premises.
I
I think so. I think it's
Okay.
I think it's rainforest is natural habitat and then logging.
That's
For my sub-conclusions, I put its rainforests were once teeming with exotic species like the orangutan and the Sumatran tiger, and then those rainforests are rapidly dwindling, victim to logging, mining, and cultivation of rice, tea, and coffee and palm oil.
That's what? That's the
I
unsupported.
think that might be another.
Might be what?
Oh, I think that might be another unsupported premise, because what I put for unsupported premises was rainforests are the natural habitat of orangutans. Logging is causing those orangutans to go away. Maybe another one of those unsupported premises is that rainforests are teeming with orangutans. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Honestly, I'm not sure about this one. I'm pretty lost.
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah.
It was difficult. Okay, so then, so then what I changed and I put for as first unsupported premise, today's Indonesia rainforest is falling victims to logging, mining, and the cultivation of rice, tea, coffee, and palm oil. And my second was the rainforest is natural habitat for orangutans. And then as the sub-conclusions, I have rainforests are rapidly dwindling. Only one?
Wait, so
Yeah.
there's one sub-conclusion?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
those rainforests are rapidly dwindling, victim to logging, mining? Is it that one?
Oh no, I thought that was one of the unsupported premises.
Is it? I don't know. Number one. I just want
Uh,
All right, so basically it's going to be one being rainforests were once teeming with exotic species like orangutan and the tiger, right?
I think
yeah.
the tiger
And
is not even like. I think we can edit
part
that
of it,
out because
you think probably just the orangutan?
yeah, because that's what like the argument is about the orangutan, not the tiger.
Yeah, because it's not the tiger's not brought up again. So like one would just
Yeah.
be the rainforests were once teeming with exotic species like the orangutan, and then two would be today these rainforests are rapidly. Oh no, today these rainforests are victim to logging, mining, all that stuff. And then it would be a line, right?
Yeah.
Then it would be
Well, I think
those.
I don't know. What do you guys? I think maybe another one of the unsupported premises would be rainforest is the natural habitat for orangutans.
Yeah, that's what I
'Cause
have.
it's brought up later that. Okay.
Yeah.
Should we include that the rainforest is teeming with orangutans? Then is that like a separate unsupported premise? Or no?
Well, no, because it's not the prevention awareness or no endangered species. Well, I have a number. Well, I had like 5 sentences on this one, and I
Yeah.
put number 4 as they're deprived of their natural habitat. So that could be a unsupported premise. Oh no, sub-conclusion.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the rainforest is natural habitat for orangutans could be an unsupported premise, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So then we have only 4, not 5, as I had it originally.
Oh, well, so yeah. So for me, and I was wondering if you guys, I don't know if you think this is wrong. I put for unsupported premises, the Indonesian rainforest. 1, the Indonesian rainforest is teeming with orangutans. 2, the rainforest is their natural habitat, and 3, it has been falling victim to logging. And then sub-conclusion 1, orangutans are being deprived of their natural habitat, and then main conclusion, orangutans are now orangutans are now an endangered species.
Yeah, that's what I have for conclusion 2.
Okay.
Orangutans have.
So it's going to be 3 unsupported premises, 1 sub-conclusion, or 2 sub-conclusions and 1 main conclusion?
Yeah.
Is that what it
That's-
was? Okay.
That's what I got. Yeah.
we go over the first 2. I have the conclusion down, but I'm just kind of confused about the first 2 sections.
Sure. Well, okay, yeah. So what I got was the Indonesian rainforest is the natural, or no, it's teeming with orangutans, and then the rainforest is their natural habitat, and then it's been falling victim to logging. Those are my 3 unsupported premises.
Oh, there's 3. I thought it was just 2.
Well, I don't know. I felt like it was important to include that there were a lot of orangutans and that the rainforest is their natural habitat. Because I feel like those are both brought back later.
Are
I
you-
don't know. What do you guys think?
Just their
So wait,
habitat,
let me get
or
this
you're
straight.
putting
You wrote
that they're deprived?
Wait,
What?
sorry. Can you repeat that?
Are you just putting that it's their natural habitat, or are you putting that their natural habitat is depriving them?
The natural habitat would be the unsupported premise because your sub-conclusion is that they're already being deprived of their natural habitat.
Okay.
Wait, so the first one is rainforests were teeming with exotic species like the orangutans. And then it was what after that?
The rainforest is their natural habitat, and then recently the rainforest has been cutting down, like due to logging and all the other stuff they mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, this one's difficult.
And then what about the sub-conclusion?
Orangutans are deprived of their natural habitat.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Right, yeah.
There's just one?
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is just orangutans are now endangered species, right? For our
Yeah.
our conclusion.
Cool. I didn't even start 6 because it's extra credit, but we should do it now.
Yeah, I think if you were in our group last week, we got some credit on it. I don't know if you guys got the extra credit on it. Points on it for number 6.
I mean, we should still do it.
You know what? Just do it, because let's say
Yeah.
if you make a mistake on one of the main ones, at least you have some points from the extra credit if you
The
match.
extra credit to put it in, yeah.
Right.
I guess any extra credit helps at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Wait, so for number 5, we had 5 of them, right? Just want to make sure.
Yeah, 5 in total.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
5 total, yeah.
And there's only one line for that one, or is there 2?
2.
2 lines.
So it would be on the first line would be above number 5, and then the second one would be above number 5, and the first one would be above number 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, above number 4. Yeah. So we have 3 unsupported premises.
That's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because like both. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and first tip? Did you guys try it?
For number 6. Okay, so Santeria is a system of beliefs that merges the Yoruba religion with Roman Catholic and Native Indian traditions. It is especially popular in Cuba and Puerto Rico. In the United States, many non-practitioners view Santeria as associated with devil worship or as primitive and superstitious. And the actual passages. How many baseball major leaguers have converted to Santeria is impossible to say, because most aware of the stigma the religion has in the United States refuse to talk about their faith. So, okay. So it has at least some conclusion, one main conclusion, and then one supportive premise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I have for unsupported premise is most major baseball leaguers are aware of the stigma that religion has in the United States.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then,
for the sub conclusion, I have most baseball leaguers have converted to Santeria and they refuse to talk about their faith. And then for conclusion, I have it is impossible to tell how many have converted to Santeria.
yeah, actually that really wasn't hard. 5 was way harder.
So what do you guys have? Or did you try
No,
it?
that sounds right. That sounds right. So yeah, so the unsupported premise I would say is most major leaguers most are aware of the stigma the religion has in the United States. So those who do practice that religion refuse to talk about their faith, and as a result, it's impossible to tell how many major leaguers converted to Santeria.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And then like all the rest of this stuff will take like 10 minutes or something like that. It's like, oh, this is an argument, this isn't, you know.
So far the 5 was the most complicated.
Difficult one.
Yeah.
Sentences are so confusing.
For 1, 2, and 3, did you guys just have one line? Because I saw on like in the book, some of them had 2 lines. So
For 1, 2, and 3, I think we had 2 lines for each of them.
Yeah, they're supposed to have a sub-conclusion.
and then 4 just has 1.
2.
4, we have 2 as well.
Yeah, they're all supposed to have at least one sub-conclusion.
Okay.
Could you guys go over for the first one? I have emptiness is loneliness, and loneliness is cleanliness. Is that all?
No, we have emptiness is loneliness. Loneliness is cleanliness. Those are the unsupported premises.
Okay.
And then the sub-conclusions are emptiness is cleanliness and cleanliness is godliness. And so the conclusion is emptiness is godliness.
Thank you.
That's what we came on.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to go. I have to leave the house. I definitely needed this because a lot of my answers were kind of wrong. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks for helping us too.
What was the sub conclusion for number 6?
Sub-conclusion was that most baseball leaguers converted to Santeria, right?
Yeah, have converted to Santeria and they refuse to talk about their faith.
Oh, I thought it was they're aware of the stigma.
Oh wait.
Oh.
No, I think the stigmas was the what's it called?
That was the unsupported premise.
Unsupported premise.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that not what you guys were talking about?
Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
think, and the sub-conclusion would be they refuse to talk about their faith, and then the
Yeah.
main conclusion would be it's impossible to tell how many converted to Santeria.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just one. Like, there's not multiple of
Yeah.
the unsupported premise or sub-conclusion.
Yeah. Cool. So should we, I guess, try section 2?
We could go over section 2. We went over it when we first started the Zoom, but we could go over it again. So
Okay.
we don't mind going over it.
Cool. Thank you guys. Okay. So for 1 and 2, I said that they're both non-arguments.
Yeah, non-arguments for 1 and 2.
And then 3 for Black folks, teaching, educating was fundamentally political because it was rooted in anti-racist struggle. That's an argument.
Yeah.
His smile was like sunshine, but Nelson Mandela was made of steel. That's not an argument.
Yeah, no argument.
Oh, it is?
No, it's not an argument.
Oh, okay. Cool. There have only been 16 mountain lion attacks on people in California since 1896, of those fatal. That's not an argument.
Mm-hmm.
With his brother Joseph, Sam Martirana opened Casa Bianca in 1955 in a corner storefront on Colorado Boulevard in Eagle Rock. Running a restaurant was in their blood. Since their father had owned a grocery deli, that's an argument. So it's 6 is an argument, right?
Yes.
Okay. South Carolina said that if our friend here, Abraham Lincoln, was elected president, they'd leave the Union, and he was, and they did. Okay. Is that? What is that?
Oh, that one, we said it was an argument for 7.
Because, and he was, and they did?
Yeah, like they basically say like if Abraham Lincoln was elected president, they leave the Union. And he was elected, and they did leave the Union.
So I guess what would the conclusion be then? Would it be that they left the Union, and then the unsupported premises would be because they said they would if he did, and he did?
Yeah, like the main conclusion is that they left the Union, and then the unsupported premise would be he became president, and the sub-conclusion is that the unsupported premise, if he became president, they would leave, and then the sub-conclusion is that he did become president, and then the main conclusion is since he became president, they left.
Got it. Okay. If you're not working hard, you won't be in a position to take advantage of luck when it comes your way. That's an if-then statement, but that doesn't necessarily make it an argument. So, no, that's not an argument, right? Because there's no conclusion.
Yeah, there's no argument in that.
Yeah.
It's an
It
unfinished.
didn't work, so I had to.
Okay. Medical experts say fentanyl can cause breathing problems and make users feel as if they are suffocating. That's not an argument?
Yeah, it's not an
Okay.
argument. It's more of a statement. It's factual. It's not like
Yeah.
persuade anybody. Like it's like for real. Like if you were to do that, then you would have breathing problems.
The LA County Board of Supervisors voted unanimously on Tuesday to consider a number of actions to help truck drivers who work at the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach they believe have been misclassified as independent contractors and as a result have lost wages. That's a statement, right?
We put that as an argument because it says at the end, as a result, they lost wages. So because were misclassified as independent contractors, they lost wages. So that's what we put as an argument.
But it's not saying what they should do, right? It's just saying the Board of Supervisors voted unanimously on Tuesday to consider a number of actions to help truck drivers. It's not like saying like why we should help truck drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know.
Like we got the conclusion at the end is that because of them being misclassified, they lost wages. Like that's the conclusion. And then the unsupported premise is that the LA County Board of Supervisors voted unanimously Tuesday. Well, that's too long, but basically they voted to consider a number of actions to help truck drivers. And the sub-conclusion would be that they were misclassified as independent contractors, and since they were misclassified, they lost wages.
Okay.
But the reason why we said yes, because this is one of the tricky ones, is that he tells us in the instructions that 9 are arguments and 9 are not arguments. So when we went back and reviewed the ones that we didn't understand, we just kind of realized, okay, we have 2 more that need to be arguments and 1 that doesn't need to be. So that's why this one we said yes, but if we were to change it to no, then there's one of these other arguments that we put as an argument and it's not one. So then we would
Got
have
it.
to figure it out. So we could come
Got
back to that and look at it again if you still think it may not be an argument, and then see if another one is probably wrong.
Cool. Okay. 11. As the child of a black man and a white woman, someone who was born in the racial melting pot of Hawaii, with a sister who's half Indonesian but who's usually mistaken for Mexican or Puerto Rican, and a brother-in-law and niece of Chinese descent, with some blood relatives who resemble Margaret Thatcher and others who could pass for Bernie Mac. So the family get-togethers over Christmas take the appearance of a UN General Assembly meeting. I've never had the option of restricting my loyalties on the basis of race or measuring my worth on the basis of my tribe. That seems like an argument to me.
Yeah. That one was argument.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. At 4 o'clock in the morning, nothing in the world could make me laugh. That seems like an argument.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Because it's 4 o'clock, nothing can make me laugh. Okay. Or is it I cannot laugh because it is 4 o'clock in the morning? I think that, yeah.
Either or.
Whatever. Yeah. In 1962, Dolores Huerta co-founded the National Farm Workers Association with Cesar Chavez and helped organize the Delano Grape Strike in 1955. Huerta is also credited with coining the phrase "Si se puede" or "Yes, we can." She has since been active in various cases. She used to run a nonprofit. That seems like a statement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was, what number was that? 12? No.
13.
13? I have it as, yeah. Oh, I have it as non-argument.
Yeah, and it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was the non-argument. Okay.
Yeah.
I got sidetracked a little. Okay.
Found in the southwestern United States and into Sonora, Mexico, Gila monsters are protected in the wild because they spend nearly 90% of the time in their burrows. It is difficult to verify their population numbers in the wild, but they are most likely endangered. Is that an argument?
14? Yeah, 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, 14 is an argument.
Got it. Because there's a conclusion, which is, what's the conclusion? Is it that they're most likely endangered, or that it is difficult to verify their populations?
It is difficult to verify their populations.
That was difficult. Whatever. We hadn't much money, but we were happy. That's not an argument at all.
Why do you say that?
Oh, the 15?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're just telling a story, right?
That's what we thought too, but I was reading it and I realized that the conclusion is actually the first sentence. We hadn't had money. We hadn't much money, but we were happy. Basically saying like we don't have money, but we're
Oh.
So then it goes on explaining a story, right? Like Robert and her they're both working hard and they barely have enough money to, like buy themselves, a luxury or something, that is not necessarily a necessity, but they're still. So that's what we got out of, like, the conclusion is like, you don't have to have money in order to be happy or have that much money.
Got it.
14 isn't an argument, right?
I got that it is, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. 16. Study published identified 4 categories of playful personality traits. Others directed, lighthearted, intellectual, whimsical. That's explaining. It's not arguing. So that's not an argument.
Yeah,
It's- Yeah, it's not an argument.
yeah, that one is
Okay.
an argument.
In February 1944, enrolled at the university.
That's an argument.
Is the argument that he had chosen it simply because the campus sprawls in the heart of old Los Angeles? Like, what's the argument?
For example, he never danced. He was not. Oh, yeah, that one. USC had no academic district, but a great football team, which suggests it was coach who selected it, not Don himself. And then Don could have chosen it simply because the campus in the heart of old Los Angeles. So you have that because there. So that means there's a conclusion and a premise.
Yeah, you're right. You are right.
So
Okay,
he
the
chose it
last one.
because he was the head of all Los Angeles. Yeah.
The wide boulevard paralleling the train.
That one is a non-argument. Right.
For 18?
Yeah.
Yeah, non-argument.
Yeah. Okay, then 10 would be an argument. Okay. Cool. Okay. Sweet. Should I put someone's name on my paper then?
If anyone wants to, I can do that.
Yeah, does anyone want their name on my paper?
No, that's fine. I think I think last time we submitted it individually, so he didn't really say anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys can submit it individually. That's fine. Even
Yeah, and if he says anything, we could just say that we work together or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let me tell you, he knows we are working together.
Yeah.
Because we are not submitting the paperwork, that's a different thing. But he knows we are working together.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I'm just thinking logically. You know, that's why he put it there. Oh, you guys can work in groups. Basically, yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead and work in groups because I know it's gonna be a hard time figuring this thing out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, should be fine then. Cool. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for all the help.
You're welcome.
Welcome. I'm gonna have another one at 5:30 for those who didn't make it. Like other people, I mean, this is recorded. I'm still gonna show it to them, but so anybody doesn't show up to any of them, that's why it's recorded.
Sweet. Okay. Cool. Well, see you guys.